Welcome to my views and news. Four news stories for you. First one is about the Amhara regional president Yilkal. Yilkal Kifale seems to be in trouble. He is losing grip on power. His government submitted a proposal at the Amhara Regional Council meeting, 3-day long meeting. It ended today. The proposal was rejected, not completely, but it was partially rejected. That just shows that Yilkal is in trouble. Can he continue as the Amhara Regional President? Secondly, Fano fighters have carried out another attack on a mayor's house. This is third or fourth, I think, in the Amhara region on mayor house. In 2 or 3 other cities of the Amhara region, in the past 2 weeks, Fano fighters carried out attacks on mayor's house. Thirdly, Tigray's newly elected Tigray bishops are the targets of campaign, character assassination campaign. A lady has appeared who is accusing the newly elected Tigray bishop that he married her, raped her. And lastly, according to Tigray Peace and Security in charge East Tigray zone, dozens of Tigrayans have been kidnapped by Eritrean military. The Peace and Security in charge shared details of the areas of Tigray which are under the control of Eritrean military. Firstly, viewers, Yilkal is Amhara regional president, viewers. Yilkal Kifale, his predecessor was Aganeo Tishagar. When Tigray forces invaded Amhara region in 2021, in July 2021, Aganeo Tishagar was the Amhara regional president. Tigray forces easily captured Wollo, North Wollo, South Wollo, easily, or you can say rapidly captured. They moved towards Oromia Special Zone, North Shore Zone of the Amhara region. Aganeo Tishagar was under criticism. He was accused of corruption too. Tigray forces withdrew, and we saw that Aganeo Tishagar was transferred. He, after the election in Ethiopia, 2021 election, Aganeo Tishagar became Speaker of House of Federation. So he is now Speaker of House of Federation, and Yilkal replaced Aganeo Tishagar. I think Yilkal is from Gojam, and in Gojam we know that Fano is emerging. Fano has been here, Fano factions have been here in Gojam for years, but now Gojam Fano has a new leader, Skandar Naga, and we have seen fighting in different parts of Amhara, especially in Gojam, in the last 2 to 3 months. Yilkal is under pressure. It seems that he is losing support of his party too. Amhara Regional Council held a 3-day long regular session. Budget was approved. Amhara Regional President shared details of reconstruction work, and he said that 95% of reconstruction work has been completed. Discussions were held about lack of fertilizers, about need for talks with Fano, and now Amhara government's position is that talks should be held with Fano. Though a few weeks ago, Fano was being declared a terrorist outfit. Now, regional government ready to talk to Fano. Regional government, regional president could not satisfy regional council members about status of Raya Volkayat. So he could not handle tough questions. And Amhara regional president, regional government proposed removal of 4 judges at this regional council meeting. A proposal was submitted. The proposal was rejected. Only agreement could be reached about the removal of only 1 judge. Regional government's position was that judges were involved in violation of code of conduct. They were not following discipline. But regional council, you can say, rejected the proposal. Only 1 judge will be removed. It means that regional president is losing his grip. Regional council is split, and judiciary is playing a key role. We know that judiciary is going to play a key role in coming weeks and months. Fano fighters, supporters are in prisons. Their cases are being heard. So far, Fano fighters are only threatening, they're threatening government officials only. They're threatening Prosperity Party members. They're threatening police, militia. They could start threatening judges too. I think they want their comrades to be acquitted. They would want their companions to be freed. So we could see similar threats from Fano fighters directed at judiciary too. And for the regional government to survive, it needs to have good relation with judiciary. Judiciary is not independent in Ethiopia, we know that. Judiciary in Ethiopia is not independent. It works in collaboration with the government. Government so far is not going to release Fano fighters. There will be pressure upon judges. Fano fighters will definitely try to threaten judges. You'll see in coming days and weeks. Meanwhile, Yilkal is losing his grip. If he is unable to remove 3 judges, it means the judiciary will be, it won't be under too much influence of the Amhara regional government. Overall, Yilkal is losing grip on power. Party is split. Prosperity Party's lower ranks are clearly violating party policies. Party's low ranks rejected the disbandment of special forces. They are against operation on Fano. So that is why Yilkal is in trouble. It will be difficult for him to survive. You'll see in coming months that if this insurgency goes on, if it gains momentum, it will be difficult for Yilkal Kifale to survive as the region's president. Thirdly, was another attack by Fano fighters on a mayor residence. Third attack by Fano fighters on mayor house. I think this week they bombed Kobo mayor residence. The mayor survived. Either he was not at home or he was safe there, he remained safe. He carried out, Fano fighters carried out an attack on Debre Birhan mayor house too. I think 3 mayors' houses have been bombed by Fano fighters in Shorobe too in the past 2 months or so. 4th one was attacked a few hours ago, Attaya. Ataya, main town in Oromia's special zone, North Shore zone of the Amhara region. We have not seen lots of activities of Fano fighters in the vicinity of inside Ataya recently. Only they have only been seen carrying out activities in North Shore zone, close to shore orbit, Debre Sena, Debre Birhan. But we did not see any major activity by Fano fighters in Ataya. This is first major attack by Fano fighters in Ataya. Ataya mayor house was bombed. Hand grenades were thrown at mayor house. The mayor was not inside the house. That is why he survived. Why is that mayor surviving? I mean, Kobo mayor survived, Debre Birhan mayor survived, Ataya mayor survived. Well, what Fano is doing is that it is firing warning shots. It is telling the mayors to distance themselves from the affairs of the government. It is trying to scare mayors. It wants mayor to flee. It wants city to be without any mayor. That is what Fano's policy is. It wants city governments to collapse. That is why it is targeting city police chiefs, city mayors, city militia chiefs, and Ethiopian National Defense Force deployed there. Strategy partially working, we know, in shore orbit, collapse of security structure. In Debre Birhan, collapse of security structure. Police officer killed there. And then we saw that Prosperity Party members started resigning. Same strategy in Ataya, Oromia special zone, but mayor survived reportedly. Thirdly, viewers, the character assassination campaign against newly elected Tigray bishops is underway. Tigray archbishops elected. Before this news story, one little correction, viewers. Last night I did a video about Abune Abraham's statement. Abune Abraham last night spoke and he said that if the main church is responsible, if people want to blame the main church, that it could not stop the war, Tigray archbishops should also be blamed. He mentioned pre-war developments, that before the war, Orthodox Church tried to stop the war. It tried to mediate. Back then, Tigray archbishops remained silent. They didn't try to stop the war. Main church tried to stop the war. It tried to talk to the Tigray government back then. So that is why Abune Abraham said that all sides are responsible. My translator missed this part of Abune Abraham's speech. I could not share that in the video which I did on Abune Abraham's speech last night. So what he is saying makes sense, but Tigray is not ready. Tigray wants the archbishops Abraham, Petros to apologize, and some Tigrayans say that they should be removed, the two archbishops. But basically, Tigray archbishops, they want to be independent. They want independent structure. Now, coming back to the news story, Tigray has elected 10 bishops, Tigray Menbre Salama, 5 to Tigray diocese, 5 to foreign diocese. And after the election, we saw start of character assassination campaign. Several sources are now reporting that these Tigray bishops are involved in immoral activities. Their videos are being shared, and a lady emerged a few hours ago who claimed that one of these elected Tigray bishops married her by force, raped her, and she is and she has a child from this this bishop. Name of the bishop who against whom allegations have been leveled is Stephanos. Stephanos is one of the 10 elected a few days ago by Tigray clergy. Now, we're not in a position to reject or confirm the allegations. Tigrayan activists are supporting Stephanos. They say Stephanos is innocent. A character assassination campaign has been launched. That is what happens, by the way. Ethnicity is the basis for support or opposition in Ethiopia. If Stephanos is being accused of some immoral activity, violation of church's code of conduct, obviously investigation should be held. No investigation demanded from Tigray side. Tigray should demand investigation. Tigray activists, Tigray archbishops should themselves conduct the investigation. What is the character of Stephanos, Tigray bishop newly elected? These bishops have to follow this code of conduct. If they are violating it, obviously they'll have to answer. Lastly, Tigray Peace and Security in charge, East Tigray Peace and Security in charge, today talked to a Tigrayan and news outlet. He claims that dozens of Tigrayans have been kidnapped by Eritrean military. He shared numbers. 56 Tigrayans allegedly kidnapped by Eritrean military from border areas. The Peace and Security in charge said that Irob under Eritrean military, Zlambasa under Eritrean military, Gulumakda under Eritrean military, and from these areas Tigrayans are being kidnapped. Farmers are not able to cultivate their lands. How schools, health centers being destroyed, people not able to receive any aid, people dying, farmers have nothing to survive on. These allegations will continue. We don't know if Tigrayans have been kidnapped or not, but these allegations will continue. Why? Because there is no solution to the border dispute between Tigray and Eritrea, and no progress, by the way, so far. Ethiopian National Defense Force is silent, watching like a spectator what is happening on Tigray-Eritrea border. Meanwhile, Eritrea remains silent, and almost every other day we hear from Tigray government officials who share details of alleged atrocities being committed by Eritrean military. How will the issue be resolved? Only through dialogue about demarcation of Tigray-Eritrea, Ethiopia-Eritrea border. Thank you for watching.